Luke Beveridge's complete lack of understanding of footy commentators and journos and how they work just baffles me at times. Here's a Bulldogs coach last week on reports that Bailey Smith might be leaving the club.
Speculation around whether or not he should be at another club or not, it's just disrespectful, and we've got a really good track record here with our players and our program, and sometimes that just can be a bit pungent.
Who is being disrespectful? What balderdash? Luke would know as well as anyone that all this talk of Bailey Smith going to another club like Geelong is not just speculation. It doesn't come from nowhere. Pungent means caustic or biting or trenchant. This isn't biting or trenchant. This is just speculation based on fact coming from 3 senior footy journos. And Luke might be generally right when he says that this club has a great track record of looking after its players. But he also said late last year, when Josh Dunkley finally left, that he did so purely for a better contract offer. You know that's not true, Luke.
Interesting spot that they're in, the Bulldogs. Point well made, Caro. The huge game this weekend, Lordo. Like season on the line. They just can't get this list right.
No, and Hutchie, they last beat a top 8 side in round 3, which is the Brisbane Lions. They've lost to everyone else since then. And we talk about run-ons. This is since they lost the grand final, where they were well in front against Melbourne, and Melbourne had a huge run-on. They were ranked 15th for 5+ goals in a row conceded. So they can't control it. They can't stem the flow at all. And I'm not sure what their point of difference is, Kane. Where are they better than anybody else in terms of their defence is weak, their midfield looks good on paper, they don't quite perform, and then Norton hasn't had a great season either. Yeah, it's hard to find a positive out of it. My fear is that they are wasting a great list, and it is understated how good this list, Hutchie, and I know you've...
You say it's a great list.
It is.
They top up a lot. I'm not certain they get it right when they top up. And have they made many of these players better? Like, Lob's a misfire early days. I'm not sure in that list there over the Beveridge era that they've made too many of those players better. Liam Jones is a clear standout. Don't
all contenders top up, though, Hutch, and the record, that is one of the criticisms over it, that none of those players, probably bar Liam Jones for a 10-week stretch there, have improved.
How many of those years would you put down as a success? But they've topped up 7 years in a row. Can you name one winner there?
No, I can't. And that's part of the criticism, is that a Billy Frampton can go to Collingwood and be a better player. Tom Mitchell can look a different player at Collingwood. Same with Geelong, and Isaac Smith wins a Norm Smith medal. They're topping up. So the question's over the improvement and the list that he's got.
But you're sure it's the list you think it is?
Yes, yeah. I am. Their list stacks up with anyone's list.
So you think that's on the coach?
100% that's on the coach. You've got to maximise what you've got, and he hasn't been able to do that. He can't stop run-ons. Tactically, you've got to question that, and that was highlighted again on Thursday night. Here's Callum Mills and Tom Papley speaking about the tactic that they changed after quarter time.
We sort of turned the momentum, I thought. Our scramble and our scrap, being able to surge forward was really good, and to be able to get that was nice too.
We wanted to get up high and get them over the back, and with that wet weather surge, we probably got a little bit deep at times, but a couple of those goals we got out the back, and the plan worked.
So here's some of that, and this is exactly what they did. Nothing scientific about it, but the Bulldogs were unable to cope with that after dominating the first quarter from stoppage. Sydney didn't have a ruck, and they were still able to do this and produce a win against all of the odds on the back of this. Now, so you question the tactics. There's Goulden. So the change that you're hearing there and the insight that you're getting from 2 senior players at Sydney and the difference it had tactically on the game was really significant, I thought, in the contest. And once again, you question that. So, yeah, there's not a lot for Luke Beveridge to be complimented on this year. And to be fair, since 2016. The other factor is their home and away record, and he just hasn't given them an opportunity to compete from top 4, which, Lordo, is where you win it from.
Yeah, and finally for me, I think it's a lottery every Thursday night what selection's going to be, and it's a lottery where certain players are going to play. How Darcy was picked to come in and join that forward line when they already had Norton, Ugle-Hagan and Waitman down there, I just didn't understand that selection at all.